It was Memorial Day. Gonna have a drink for the fallen. My brothers in arms, military veterans that have fallen and won't come home. Thank you for what you've done for us. Cheers. We'll give the ceremonious little drink. And so I've got it in a different format. I'll show you. I'm out by the Queen Yard. Obviously, you guys know where I'm at. And I changed I've got my phone turned differently, so I don't know how it looks to you guys. Hey, 33 Mile Bees. How's it going, Phil? So just to give you a quick update, guys. Lee was cooking when I talked to him. Came out and started a little fire in my burn pit back there to get some of that trash burned off. This was kind of interesting. So I put little pint feeders on top of a 3/4 hole. Man, they put it down. Most of them put it all the way down. 2 frames. I figured ain't that many bees. It'll take them a minute to knock it down, but they went to work. Most of them drank it all gone. A couple of them, like that one's got a little left. These got a little left down here. But some of these other colonies that have a little bit more bees in it, yeah, they took them down. Now, I guess the good thing about those little feeders is it's just a mason jar lid, so I can use a bigger mason jar on it. I just figured it was only two frames. They didn't need that much. But, man, they put it down. They did put it down. And so I just figured I'd come out here. I got, Porky taking her usual nap back there, if you see her. And got a little fire going over there. So I figured I'd come sit with you fine folks and flip my, let me flip my camera back around. I don't know what this looks like on there, guys. I've got it in the landscape mode, so I'm trying to do something different, and just popped a cold one for Lee. What's going on, buddy? I just do a little short live, drinking one for the fallen, and sitting here looking at some bees, burning a little bit of trash feed bags and stuff like that over there. Figured out that I've got a bunch of frames. If you didn't watch the little live I did this morning, well, it was 40 minutes long, but about 18 minutes in, I had one of my new queens fly off into the sunset. I caught her in the air to begin with, and tried to put her back in the colony. She went on the frame and then took back off. So I don't know. She's gone. I figure I'll go back out there tomorrow. I know which colony it is. It's that dark blue one over there. So I'll look in that to see. If not, who knows? Maybe I'll take that frame that's in there that's got bees on it and move it over to one of these colonies that took the queen that doesn't have that many bees and put it in there, let her lay in there, and then move it back and let her make a queen. We'll see. But I just put these little tiny feeders. All I did was drill a 3/4 inch hole in the top migratory cover. I put a 1/16 drill bit on my drill, drilled 1 or 2 holes in the center of normal mouth mason jar can or lid, and put it on some half pint jars and use that for feeding the 2-frame nuke. I thought that half pint would be enough, but I mean, I guess it's good that they took it down right away. I guess that limits the robbing, right? If they drain it down right away, or who knows, maybe they got robbed and that's why they're empty. I don't know. We'll see. I did take the rest of the bucket and put it in my chicken feeder out there, and for the first time in weeks, they've been on it. So either the nectar flow is slowed way down, or it's done for right now. If it's done, then I need to go ahead and pull these honey frames I've got and extract them to keep them from eating them all right in the dearth. So, so that might be why they were so pissy yesterday too. That one colony, because that was kind of new for them, and see how that works out. But let me see if I got any comments going on. Hey James, how's it going? So just trying. Does this look like it's in wide format on y'all's screen? I have no idea. Or does it look messed up again? So I'm just having a drink and a smoke to remember the fallen. That's what this weekend's about. Not sales, not cookouts, even though those are good things we get to have on a long weekend. But you know what? It was a long weekend, but it still felt like a normal weekend to me. I'm hope you guys are enjoying it. If you got time off to do what you want to do. But we've just been, it's like a normal weekend here. Everything's been the same. Work bees, work bees, work bees. Hey Larry. And I want to thank Cajun Homestead and Bees, because that was kind of, I saw him do that just setting the jar over the hole on a Pro Nuke. Now the difference is on a Pro Nuke, the wood can't rot out on a Pro Nuke because it's plastic. But oh, it is widescreen? Well, that's cool. Hold on. Let me see if I can take a nighttime lump for you. I was actually nighttime beekeeping last night. I was stealing frames. Let's see if there's any bees on there. Yeah, I think they're in the hole. What do y'all think? All right, we'll put you girls right back under the little... Oh, there was a little tiny bit of feed in there. So they're definitely in there drinking it. I'm burning in my burn pit over here. Let's see. I probably got, make sure. Yeah, I would have had the cameras covered up. I got to get used to it because the cameras are normally. Let me see. You got to hit this thing like two. Hey, DC. So I'm burning down some of that stuff. Yep. Doggone it. There we go. So I got my old glasses on because they were the closest ones to me. And I'm just out here chilling right now with you guys. And I got to hold it left-handed because the camera's on my right side. And if I go to hold the phone, then it messes it up. But today, in looking for the stuff for the... no, I don't have a pollen trap. Might be something I do in the future. I don't know. Right now, I put these little feeder. Oh, I just saw a lightning bug. Or a firefly, depending where you're at. Which is, we don't see many of them around here. But today was an interesting day. You know, had a queen fly off. I put those little feeders on the little colonies. I'm probably going to still do it. Do the rest of them. But it was a trial. So now I can really put any size normal mouth mason jar on there. But I just did half pints because I figured it's only 2 frames. How much food do they need? Half pint, you know? Let them start drawing some comb out. Maybe store just a little bit in there. And I've got to, I still got 10, 11, 12, 13 more of those to do. So probably need to get one more case. But it's still pretty, you know, pretty good day. And I've got, I found a bunch of frames. I'm not sure if they're deeps or mediums. I found a bunch of medium acorn foundation, wax foundation that I haven't used. I mean, I'm just finding it in my storage in there. So I need to go, I'll probably this week, go ahead and put those frames together just to see how many I've got and what I've got. and then determine if I'm going to string them or if I'm going to put foundation in them. So if I string them, I got to flip the bottom upside down so the track is on the bottom. But you know, I understand everybody's, you know, doing their holiday weekend, which is why I kind of, me and Lee have just been relaxing a little bit on the videos. Hey Tobias, how's it going? And then you're adding supers and getting ready. Cool. I'm probably getting ready to start pulling some honey, and I'll pull the honey and put foundation back, right? So they'll have something to work on if it's still coming in. Saw eggs, still no queen. She's in there. If you saw eggs, which is funny because I pulled a frame out of one of these nukes that the queen has been released. I don't know how long she's been released out of that cage. And there was eggs on that in one of these two framers, but I don't know if it's hers or ones that I moved over. So that's the thing right now. I don't know. So, and then with that little small 5-frame feeder I've got, when it runs out of food, let me see. Haven't seen the Carney Queen. I saw a queen today that looked like she had her butt tucked down in a hole and was lined up like washboarding with everybody else. Like, nothing to see here. Keep it moving. You know, but on that video this morning, I saw her. I said, look, she's right there hiding. And she was just sitting still. Yep, we got fireflies out here. That's cool. Maybe want to fly behind me. Y'all will be able to see it light up. But we've been... it's always just trying to figure what my next thing's going to be, what I'm going to do next. And right now, to be honest with you, I'm pretty cash poor, guys. I've spent all I can spend to be able to give myself another month, you know, which is the honey season, right? Give myself another month before I have to really start looking at things to do, you know, and get that going. So I might be Ubering a bunch. Might be Ubering a bunch here coming up, but gas is so high. It's like, does Ubering even make it worth it? It's one of the things. Plus, I got to clean my truck out every time. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, DC. Just monitor what I've got going and get them ready for the winter, right? Rockin' Honeybee Farm, right on. Well, now, see, I'm already thinking like towards next spring, things that I'm gonna need. I've got plenty of medium supers at the moment that never even got used this year. So what I'm planning to do is, after I harvest this honey on these single deeps, I'm going to give them back empty mediums and put the feed to them, and hopefully they start drawing those out and getting ready for the winter, and then I'll let them overwinter with that, right? And if they are, you know, like some of these colonies that just draw wax like nobody's business, I might just hey, Rich. And that light behind me keeps going on and off. I apologize. I got a little fire burning back over there, burning some of this, you know, boxes and wood limbs and stuff that fall around. But I could burn limbs and stuff every day here, and it would be enough. It would not be enough. But just trying to get things ready to go, you know, keep it moving. Gonna have to figure a bunch of stuff out here coming up, as far as putting frames together. More than that, about going to going to work. Probably going to have to go back to work. And we'll see how that goes. I kind of like doing the Uber thing, just because I can choose when I go. The problem is when it's hot out and I've been working bees all day, I typically choose not to go. You know, so that's things that I've got to just clean the truck out, get all the honey out of it, and just get ready to go, right? And I'm just drinking one beer for my brothers that fell in battle. And I'm not a big drinker, guys, but once in a while I'll have a beer or drink a beer with dinner or something like that. Not a huge drinker. But sometimes, when you're a veteran, you just do things. This is kind of a ritual for me. And, plenty of fallen that have died to let us do what we want to do. At least that's the way I like to think about it. I know not everybody thinks about it like that. But, for a Memorial Day weekend, I went to no cookouts. Had no cookouts. It was just kind of one of those things. I did get to spend time with friends, with Ricky coming down and my nephew coming over, and spend time with my wife and my stepdaughter and my mom. So, yep, I mean, it's another good weekend. So you can't complain about that. I'm starting to hear a few firecrackers or gunshots. Could be gunshots, but firecrackers and gunshots. Blackberry's just finishing up there. And here's the privet. It's clover and sumac here until the end of June. Well, we started a bit early here with the temperatures, and typically, we try to pull like a month in a month from now, like last week in June, before July 4th type of deal. But in putting out these little mini feeders today, I poured the rest of my chicken open feeder that I had in that bucket. And it was just 1-to-1 with some apple cider vinegar in it. And they drank that down. It got hit. So that means to tell me that there's not as much nectar going on as it was when last time I tried it and they left it full. You're just getting started up there, right? So if we've got a few flows, light flows that are coming. So I'm thinking that if we, and then we got goldenrod in the fall. So if we get a good goldenrod, we should be all right. But right now, I'm basically making enough for 15 nukes over here if I split these back to nukes. And then, and we'll see what we're going to do. See how we're going to do this, guys. It's every day. It's like a new thing. Well, do I want to do it this way? Do I want to do it that way? Are we just going to leave it go? We don't know. Don't know. But it's nice and quiet out here. Nothing but the crickets and fireworks / gunfire, whatever it is, going on. A little bit of lightning bugs. Got the little fire burning back there. So I just go around and pick up all the feed bags and all the cardboard and all the sticks and just chuck them on the fire. I actually could throw a couple more on there. You're just defrosting up there. I really want to take a moment to appreciate all the guys that have subscribed to help support me, support the channel, all the people that have bought t-shirts, all of that stuff, the super chats, all that has really helped me be able to keep going here, for sure. And I got to keep paying for this truck till it's paid for. So we got to get that going. Got to get it going. But yeah, we're just doing what we can. Hey, Brad, I gave you a shout out, man. I know you just came on, so I'll show you before it gets too dark over here what I did. because it was inspired by you, brother. Inspired by you. Flip it around. I just did a bunch of mason jar feeders. I drilled a 3/4 hole in the lid and put 1/16 inch holes in mason jar lids, just like 1 or 2 only in there, and then just put it over top of the hole, and they drank it. Most of them drank it all the way down. I mean, these have just a little bit in the bottom, right there, and you know, this one's still got some in it. And that's got some in it, but most of these are doing pretty good. If you didn't see my live video this morning, that dark blue box right there with the orange lid had a queen on it, in it, and they had eaten all the candy out, and they were in the hole, and I opened it up, and when I opened it up, she flew out, and I caught her, and I went to put her back in, and she went on top of the frames for just a second, and then she went straight up there and never saw her come back down. But she might have came down and flew in one of these other colonies, but I caught her in my hands in mid-flight. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, I thought I had saved her. When I caught her, it's at about 8 minutes on the video I did a little while ago. Let me see if I know I've got it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Follow me. I'm going to take a quick trip. Set my beer down so all the bugs can fly in it. And I'm going to go walk up front. Through the dark. Now that ain't good when you walk up to something and you hear ruffling and it's under a log. Could have been a snake. Could be a snake. Could be. And I just grabbed a couple pieces of wood. And I'll just throw them on my little pile here and let them burn down. Got plenty of cleanup. I could burn forever, just about, but I'm gonna throw these couple logs on here. Let them burn down. And I got some big trees, man. I wish I had some big chainsaws, or knew somebody that had a big chainsaw that could come and chainsaw these trees up. Yeah. Gonna move this bigger piece of wood over here. Usually July 4th, my family gets together out here, but it's always work from the time you get up to the time you go to bed around here, except for the time I get to spend with you guys live. There's something going on. Got a big puff of smoke when I threw that log on the fire. And we'll let that burn down. And go back to my happy place out here. The chairs. But it's so the little nuke yard is coming along. You know, this camera does pick up the light pretty well I mean, it looks a lot lighter over there than it actually looks to me outside. You know, try to put that light behind my head. where you guys aren't getting blasted and you guys can still see. That ain't gonna work that good. And you know, if you guys want us to go live on the computer, I don't know if Lee's done eating. We could try that. You know, he was cooking. If you guys want to hang out on the computer, we could do that, maybe. I got nothing, guys. I got nothing going on at all. It's actually kind of a poor existence, you know. I hate to say that, but it is kind of a poor existence, you know, where you just... my friends now are all on YouTube, it seems like. Oh, where'd my lighter go? Really? Did I drop it? Did it fall out of my pocket? I swear this is only one beer. There it is. It did fall out of my pocket. But I kind of wanted to see with those little feeders how the how fast they would take it down. If they would even take it down, you know. It's just got one hole in, or two little holes in it. Yeah, Lee, you could do an hour. We never go an hour. What are you talking about, an hour? Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding, sir? An hour? Why lie to yourself like that? Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. He's just saying that to make himself feel better. Then he can blame it on me that we went too long. Yeah, I know. My wife was like, it's Memorial Day weekend. No one will hang out. Nobody wants to see a live. I'm like, you just don't want me to go live, because I know for a fact there'll be at least probably 27 people being there. She got plans for you tonight. Well, that's all good, Lee. We can just hang out in here, man. That's fine. I understand. Enjoy your time with your family. That's what you got to do. Makes it kind of worth it. And, you know, we'll just pick it up. Oh, looks like the logs are trying to go out over there. They might not make it. You're watching Cops? Real Cops? Yeah, definitely family first, guys. We appreciate the fact that you spend time and hang out with us. We and this, you know, this will be here tomorrow. And I got my old glasses on. I can see out of them. They just got a crack in the lens right up here, so that's why I got new ones. The TV show, is it the new one or reruns? That's the yep, happy Memorial Day. The new one, okay. Have you watched the new Obi-Wan series yet? That was all right. My city used to be on Live PD all the time when it was on. Did you guys watch Cayman's Live? I know I've seen a lot of y'all on Cayman's Live last night, man. People were going crazy in there. There was probably $1,000 or more got donated for the scholarship program. That's pretty good. I watched them back to back last week. I like to watch a lot of Forensic Files. I'm kind of on to this Drain the Oceans or whatever it is called now, where they investigate shipwrecks and kind of how they sank and, you know, stuff like that. I've been watching that one a lot. Yep, exactly right. That's I'm not retired. I've got 16 years, 16 years service spread between the Navy, Naval Reserve, and the National Guard. Yeah, the Drain the Oceans. I like that show. I've been watching that one. I think I've seen every single Forensic Files, every single Cold Case Files. I like that stuff. That was where I was trying to go with my degrees into forensic. Wow, that light. There we go. Into forensics. But never ended up happening. But life gives you what it gives you, right? And you just keep rocking on. That's what you got to do. So, Gary, you want me to go live tonight? Again? I might go in there and throw one in if someone joins me on there. Even if, like the other night I went live and we ended up having a great show. A lot of people came on. Yeah, that's what happened to me in the pharmaceutical industry. I got downsized. I got downsized. What I was doing was all contract related. So a lot of you guys don't know that, and I tend not to act like it. I think I've got degrees in pharmaceutical technology. I was a board certified nuclear pharmacy technician. I worked with Cardinal Health in nuclear pharmacy. I operated a nuclear cyclotron to bombard O18 water to make fluoride 18 for PET CT scans. The radioactive agent that they inject into you so they can do the 3D scans of your heart and different things. Did everything as far as white blood cell tagging. A lot of interesting stuff. I'm about 6 hours short of my master's degree in health science from Nova Southeastern University. I've got bachelor's degree from Nova Southeastern University. I worked at Michigan State University. I've got a piece of paper from Ohio State University as far as being certified to handle radioactive materials. So, yeah, I've got an education, guys. I just tend to be myself, and it doesn't matter if education. Same thing we're talking about with YouTube subscribers. First of all, none of that education applies to beekeeping, right? It doesn't. Yeah, so yeah, I worked at MSU in the radiology department. They subbed it out to our company, so my company that I worked for managed that. And no, even if I had a master beekeeping certificate, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it. That's why you'll hear me say like Dr. Leo. I can't pronounce his last name, but Dr. Leo, he is a doctor, but he's not a doctor of beekeeping. He's a doctor in forestry. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm following Dr. Leo." Okay, well that's great. I'm happy you're following Dr. Leo, and he's got a lot to offer. But the way that sounds and what it actually means are two different things. So the fact that he's a doctor has nothing to do with beekeeping. But he is a doctor. He earned that. So, to say Dr. Leo is great. But Dr. Leo in forestry is not doctor of beekeeping. So, that's something to keep in mind when you hear everybody shout, saying, "Oh, I'm talking to doctor this and doctor that." Well, see what their doctorate is in, right? So technically, if I went another year and a little bit, if I went another year and a little bit, Well, that's it. Exactly. Bees and hard work. Bees and hard work. Hey, Mark, good to see you, buddy. Um, bees and hard work have nothing to do with schooling, right? I mean, just is what it is. So um, you can, mosquito, sorry. You can have a lot of knowledge in beekeeping and be able to help a lot of people and, have never, uh, you don't have any degrees, right? That doesn't matter. It doesn't apply. You tell me a school and I have to look at it. There might be a school. There might be a doctorate in beekeeping. I don't know. But I haven't seen it yet. If there is, let me know. Maybe I'll go ahead and go back and get my doctorate. I'll be the first ever doctor of beekeeping. I could go ahead and finish up my schooling, finish up my master's, and go ahead and go on to beekeeping, doctors in beekeeping. And then I could really be Dr. B instead of Dr. Bob, right? Dr. B. But if you guys want to go live like we normally do, I can go inside and jump on the computer. So you guys give me a thumbs up in the live chat if you want to go live. Or, yeah, that's exactly why we're here, Tobias. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get out of school either. But I'm going to tell you what. After going in the military and coming out and having children, and then my kids were getting up to college or, to high school age. And then it was like, well, how can I make a rational argument to them? And they'll just say, well, you didn't go to college. And I'll be like, yeah, you're right. So I started trying to advance my career and all right. So we got 2 thumbs up to go live, inside. Hey, thanks, Mark. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. And even the master, I don't know I can't say the master's beekeeping course. I haven't looked at it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying that I doubt there's more that you'll learn in there than you can learn online. And also some moth or something flying in my face, or that you'll learn by putting your hands on it. If any of you got the wrench, please kill that. I guess they figure beekeepers need to see naked HD. A glowworm. I know, I moved my head and the light gets there. Get them, Lee, get them. All right, guys, you talked me into it. I'll go on and hop on the computer, and we'll see you guys in a minute. How about that? We'll go live from the computer inside the house now that it's getting dark. I actually did nighttime beekeeping last night. I went and pulled frames out of colonies outside and brought it in here and shook them and put them in these 2-framers, shook them into 2-framers. So you got them? Cool. Yeah, I mean, the degrees are expensive, guys. Really expensive. And, if you've got any technical skill, you can make just as much as you can. Probably more, because you don't have to pay back the debt if you incur it. My parents did not plan for college for us. My dad was a veteran, and he was pretty much, well, if you want to go to school, figure it out. So that's what we did. We figured it out. Light's going to come on. There we go. Blind all y'all. All right, we'll hop on in a minute. See you shortly. We'll go live from the computer, guys. See you in a minute.